The decline of the Roman Empire created an era called the Middle Ages, also known as the medieval times. This happened in a period of 500 to 1500 years ago. People started to come into the Middle Ages because they needed protection from the war and chaos. The process starts like this. The king rules the land, the lords are given land from the king, the knights protect the land, the peasants ask for protection, and in return, they work for the lord. Here's how the story goes.
The king is the highest person there is. He is the most wealthiest and the most powerful. The king doesn't have to do anything because he's the king, and he doesn't want anyone bossing him around. He wants to boss people around. He calls all the shots. The king has a lot of land, so much that he can't control it all at once.
Dangerous. If you're one of us, then roll with us, 'cause we make the hipsters fall in love when we got our hot pants on and up. And yes, of course we does. We run in this town just like a club. And no, you don't wanna mess with us. Got Jesus on my necklace. Got that glitter on my eyes. Stockings ripped all up the side.
The lords are given a certain section of land to rule for the king, so that the king doesn't have to travel as much. They are like mini rulers, but remember, the king is still the highest, and since the land is so big, someone has to protect it. The knights are used to protect the land, all of it. They are on the lookout for intruders and anyone who wants to steal the king land at all times.
My face is flashing signs. Seek it out and ye shall find. Oh, but I'm not that old.
The bishop has an important job. They are in charge of an area called the diocese. He cares for the spiritual needs of people. At the bottom of the list are peasants. The peasants ask for protection from the king to let them live and be protected from war and chaos. In return, they would work for the king. They would be blacksmiths and farmers, and they would work hours and hours to prove that they were worthy for the king's protection.
I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, and I'm not proud of my dress. In the torn up town, no postcode envy, but every show's like gold teeth, gray goose dripping in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, stress in the hotel room. We don't care.
These are the main people in the pyramid of the medieval times. Of course, there were other people, more wealthier and richer than peasants, and they would have their own houses and sometimes own peasants as slaves. And that's our story.